Hello. There we go. Hi. Welcome to another episode of Tennis Volley Talk with Brian Danielson. How is everybody doing out there today? So nice to be in and talking to you about tennis again today. Today I went out and played tennis myself for a little bit. Boy, do I need a lot of work on the return of serves, I'll tell you that. Serving was okay, but it still wasn't the best. I need to get more consistent with it for some reason. But it's been not too bad of a winter, but still long enough, and just haven't been able to get out and play as much as what I want to get the consistency that I need in order to hit with the guys out there. So today I hit with a friend of mine that we end up hitting, practicing, and then we do a play 4, 5, 6 separate games of serving games, like to 10 points. So you serve and you play the ball out when you serve, and it's back and forth for 10 points. So it does make it good because it's kind of like actually serving and playing a match in a sense. But it's a little longer, but it's 10 points, for playing. But it was still fun. It was nice. It was about 68 degrees out today here in Minnesota. So it was a very good day all the way around with that. So, right now a little bit, what I do want to kind of talk about a little bit, they just did finish today the Monte Carlo Open clay on red clay in overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. And what a sight to be able to be playing and looking out and seeing the Mediterranean Sea, and then Monte Carlo and the town of Monte Carlo. And sometimes that's where they have the Formula One races too, through the towns of Monte Carlo. So that would be probably really interesting to go to also with that. But actually, the final today was actually Carlos Alcarez and Lorenzo Musetti. But anyway, Alcarez ended up winning 3-6 and then 6-1, 6-0. So evidently Musetti just kind of ran out of gas or something. So Carlos Alcarez won the first leg starting on the road to the French Open that way in that. And then also Stuttgart Open starts Monday for the men and women to play. And then the Bavarian Open, which is Munich, in Munich, but they call it the Bavarian Open. And that started on Saturday and goes through the 20th. And today the winners were C H Tseng. He won in 3 sets, 4-6, 7-6, 6-2. And then Alexander Bublik, he won in 2 sets, 6-3, 6-3. And then Leonard Tien, he's one of the next generation coming out, a crafty left-hander. Doesn't have really strong strokes, but he directs his stuff really good. And he won in 2 at 6-2, 6-2. And then Borna Gojo, he won in 2 sets, 6-4, 6-4. And like I said, this is all leading up to go to the French Open. And then those are, and all these other tournaments, they are played on red clay over in Europe is where they're played at. So yeah, it must be a wonderful experience to be able to play on the red clay. I've had the opportunity here. They have 2 public green clay tennis courts, which is really nice to be able to play on those. During the summer, it just is really nice. They're very beautiful courts. Everybody takes care of them there, so it's kind of a community to take care of those courts in that respect to do that. So with that also. How's everybody's tennis game? What do you guys need to work on? Like, comment, and subscribe for you YouTubers, you podcasters. Be sure if you want to take a look. I'm going to be doing Racket of the Day here pretty soon. So if you want to take a look at the racket, you can always go to my tennis channel on YouTube, Tennis Volley Talk, and you can take a look at what I'm going to be showing everybody here pretty soon. So with that, I myself, like I said, I just need a lot of work on return to serve and a little bit more consistent with ground strokes today. I had a few really good ones, but then not enough that I liked. And even with the serve, it was just really inconsistent. A few times I got a good serve, but it just didn't feel like it was flowing good. Couldn't get the right feel or coming through on the pronation. Whenever you come through, you kind of go like that and then come through. But I felt I was going like this a lot. And it just didn't feel right. I just didn't have power or direction. But we ended up playing our little points to 10. I only won one of them. I lost the next three I played on my serve. It just couldn't do anything. And I think I won two against his serve, or no, one against his serve. He won his others. So I don't know. I just was inconsistent. So I need to just get better with that as far as hitting better with that. So it's just a matter of time of me just putting the time and effort into getting out there and playing and seeing what I can do as far as that goes with playing. So everybody out there, I mean, have you been getting out there and starting to play tennis? And also let me know what you like or what you'd like for me to do, or have actually more over the phone calls, which I'll probably be doing one on Tuesday with a friend of mine that I play tennis with. And I've been in the little local tournament with him for many years, and I'm going to be talking to him about tennis. So you'll be able to hear that, and that's going to be coming up Tuesday for my next episode. So that'll be a fun time, and I'll get into talking and how he got into tennis and everything. So that would be a really good interview to have. So with that, I just do want to show you then what I have here is a Wilson racket. Now it's a Wilson endorsed by Jack Kramer. It's called the Pro model and endorsed by Jack Kramer. It's all black. It's a black racket in the throat and in that part right there on the sides, right at the bottom of the racket itself. And then, of course, the light colored wood that it is made of, pressed into and everything. Now, these strings here, still really tight strings on it, too, with this. Still the original strings, because the original strings, they have these stripes on them for the original strings. It does have these little small strings in here, kind of like before dampeners came in, these were the strings that kind of held strings in place a little bit more. And this racket here, it's about, I would say probably 40s, 50s. Right in that area with Jack Kramer playing in that era. With the racket here, very sturdy racket still with that. It's a very nice sturdy racket and stiff. I mean, I could probably hit the tennis ball fairly decent with this on a good, if I met it right with a good forehand ground stroke. With that, and it has the black letters on it, and then the white here with the black Wilson kind of pops there, and then pops with the Jack Kramer as far as him endorsing it, the Wilson brand when he did back in that day. So you YouTubers, like, subscribe, and comment about what you like me doing. If you like the racket of the day, you podcasters, if you don't want to take a look at the racket and what I'm showing here and telling you about, is this racket. If you want to take a look at it, just go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, and like, subscribe, comment on whatever you're listening to or hearing at the time here. So anyway, this is the Wilson racket here. Now the Wilson was actually founded in 1913 by Thomas E. Wilson. out of Chicago. It was founded as Ashland Manufacturing Company by Schulzberger and Sons. The company initially repurposed animal byproducts to create tennis racket strings back in the day with that. But in 1914, Thomas E. Wilson took over, and leading to the name change to Wilson with that. So speaking of and with the Jack Kramer actually ended up he was born August 1st, 1921, then passed away in September 12th, 2009. Now, he is an American tennis player in the 40s and 50s. He then won 3 championships, U.S. Championship, 1946 and 47, Wimbledon, 47, led the USA to Davis Cup team to victory in 1946 and 47. And then with that, then won the U.S. championships at Forest Hills at the stadium there, which I was to last year at the old Forest Hills in Forest Hills, New York, at the West Side Tennis Club is where that stadium is at, and which I got to see the Ultimate Tennis Showdown event there too, which was really fun for going there for the U.S. Open, the Fan Appreciation Week I went to. So I probably might be going there again this year. So that'll be another adventure to talk about and what happens and all of that. So that'll be awfully fun to do. Now, 1948 and Wimbledon in 1949 also won the World Professional Championships, 2-man tour, by the way, back in the day. And in 1948, he won it against Bobby Riggs. And then 1949 and 50, it was against Gonzalez. And then 50-51, it was Segura. And then in 53, it was against Sedgman. Those players in that time, and he was ranked number one amateur player back in that time and era at that point. But then at number one American in 1947-48, number one professional. Some writers consider him number one player from 1946 to 1953. And in that time, then he had turned professional from amateur after that. But during that time, and considered number one, he beat a lot of people, even Bobby Riggs and everything like that too. So with that, that is the racket of the day. So, like, subscribe, and comment for you YouTubers. Let me know. Give me a comment. Somebody give me a comment or something. What you'd like me to do and what would you like me to talk about? Or do you like what I'm talking about with this? Or even with the phone interviews that I do? Or what would you like seeing? Give me some ideas. I would definitely like to do that. So with that, I do thank you for letting me come in and talk to you today on this. I appreciate it very much. And if you're out there in the South and it's good weather outside, get out there and keep on playing. I know here it's a kind of so-so weather, so it's kind of hit or miss, but it'll start getting warmer and warmer towards the end of this month and then into May. And then hopefully it'll start warming up where it'll be a lot more nicer days than not so nice days. So everybody, thank you again for letting me come in. Like, subscribe, and comment for you YouTubers, and then you podcasters also. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. And I do appreciate it very much. And I will talk to you this coming up week. Thank you and have a good day.